I'm Steve Wilkerson, and I'm with Jim Saunders, Executive Editor of the News Service of Florida. And Jim, I'm looking forward to working with you in your new job, and we're going to be getting together every week to talk about what's happening in Florida politics and government.
That'd be great.
Well, first of all, citizens insurance. It's a controversial topic anytime it's brought up, but they made a decision, the board, to pay a private insurance company $52 million to take 60,000 policies out of the mix of citizens with a guarantee that those policyholders' rates wouldn't go up any more than normal as a result of being transferred to Heritage Property and Casualty. But House Speaker Will Weatherford didn't like it and made his opinions known. Why?
Well, Speaker Weatherford said that the Citizens Board moved too quickly on it. He also has concerns about just the way the deal was structured, and also that the legislature wasn't fully consulted before this deal went through. He's asked one of his committee chairmen to basically review Citizens and the way they're making their decisions.
Well, anytime it seems that the subject of citizens insurance comes up, it's politically dicey. Why is that? Give us a little bit of background about that, and why Weatherford, for example, Speaker Weatherford might be concerned.
It is a very politically volatile issue. Speaker Weatherford, for instance, lives and represents Pasco County, which has a huge number of citizens policyholders. Also, a lot of legislators in South Florida are very concerned about citizens' rates because that is really where Citizens does most of its business, or a large chunk of it. And it is a very difficult issue because people are afraid that their citizens' rates are going to go up. On the other hand, if a major storm hits the state of Florida and Citizens can't afford to pay all of its claims, then policyholders throughout the state, not Citizens policyholders, will also have to pick up part of the cost. There would be what they call assessments on people's property insurance policies, their car policies. So if a big storm, an Andrew, hits, everyone could pay.
That makes it politically dangerous.
It's very politically dangerous, and every session there's a big fight about Citizens. The private insurance industry wants to shrink Citizens, but yet a lot of the policies in Citizens are the absolute most severe risk policies. They're on the coast, they're old homes, they have old roofs, and so those aren't actually appealing. Some of them aren't appealing to property insurers anyway.
And they're artificially subsidized in terms of their rates.
Well, and the state of Florida backs up Citizens. So if the worst case scenario happens, the state of Florida is going to be there to back it up. And so, and over the years, there's been numerous debates about Citizens rates. But the fact of the matter is Citizens is still the largest property insurer in the state by far. It has, I think it's roughly 1.7 million policies, somewhere in that neighborhood. And it will not go away immediately, that's for sure.
Here we are at the beginning of hurricane season. It's projected to be an active one. We've been very lucky over the last 6 or 7 years that we haven't seen a devastating hurricane because of these insurance problems we've been discussing.
Yeah, we haven't been hit since 2005. Of course, in 2004 and 2005, we had storm after storm, and if something like that were to happen again, kind of all bets are off for the state.
All right, this week the governor's signing a bill banning texting while driving. How will it be enforced?
Well, this has been an interesting issue to watch for years because there's been these proposals to ban it. People say that it's unsafe with all these people driving around texting. The final bill, though, is sort of a compromise. It will not be enforced as what they call a primary offense. So police officers will not be pulling motorists over for texting. It would be enforced if they get pulled over for another offense, or driving
as a secondary
offense. And so and if the police officer says that they saw them texting, they can add another charge, essentially a charge to it. There's also another sort of kind of loophole in it, in that you can you'll be able to sit at a stoplight and still continue texting or reading email, and you can't be charged. It's only when you're moving that this actually would be a violation.
Thank you, Jim. For more news about Florida politics and government, visit the Advances section of our website.